So you want to get started with Facebook advertising. You don't know where to start. You don't know what's involved. I'm breaking it down for you. We got Facebook advertising in 10 steps. So watch this video. Let me know what you think. I hope you get some value out of it. And please comment and share. Thank you. Step one, everybody. We need to create and use your personal Facebook account. What does that mean? So if you don't have an account on Facebook now, you need to create one. If you have an existing account, that's going to be the foundation for you to create your Facebook campaign. And it all starts on that.
Wait, you said your personal account?
Yeah, so, to access Facebook, to log into Facebook, you need to have a personal account.
And that then controls a company on Facebook, right?
Yeah, we're going to get to that. That's probably step 2, I believe, if I remember correctly. So it's a no-brainer. Create your personal Facebook account. You probably already have one.
Shocker.
Just proves it that everyone is on Facebook. So you're going to most likely log into your existing Facebook account. Step 2, create your Facebook business page. So now you can only create your Facebook business page once you have a personal Facebook account. You can create multiple business pages. I can literally create a business page on any business out there if I want to. So let's say I want to review Google. I'm going to call this Google Reviews Facebook page, for example. And I could have this all about Google Reviews. And we can create multiple pages. And yeah, that's step 2, creating your Facebook business page.
Yeah, I remember that you need to have a personal, actual human person account to control a business on Facebook. Whereas with other pages, you would expect to just be able to create a company account and just log into that account straight away. But it's actually, even when we do all the advertising campaigns for our Facebook advertising clients, they actually need to give us admin access to our profile, right?
You got it.
Yeah.
So to summarize, ladies and gentlemen, step 1, log in to your personal Facebook account, or if you have one already, which you probably do, you're going to create it, right? So create your account or log in. Step 2, create your Facebook business page. And what we'll do is we will put links in the description for accessing these links directly, how to create your page, how to create your account if needed, okay? So moving on, step number 3. Create your Facebook Business Manager account. So this is the best practice, the best way you should be doing your ad campaigns. You can actually bypass this, and I'm sure there will be a time where Facebook will make this mandatory, but it's best practice to create your Facebook Business Manager account. This is going to be used to manage all your advertising aspects of your campaign, including your ads manager, your audiences, your pixels. We'll get into all that a little bit later as we go further and further in the steps there.
That's funny, but Facebook will take your money without you installing that, eh?
Yeah.
That's hilarious,
Yeah.
although it's best practices, yeah.
And it's something new that they came out with. So this business manager is a year or 2 old, more or less. So yeah, it's not really that new, but it's more of a recent update. So back in the day, you did not require to have a business manager account. They didn't even exist, actually. So moving on, step 4, create your Facebook ad account.
Man, how many accounts do you have
I know,
to create?
this is getting confusing.
I know, right?
And again, this is the whole point here. We're trying to show you how simple it is and yet literally how complex it is at the same time. So we're step 4. Step 1, create or log into your personal account. Step 2, create your business page. Step 3, create your business manager account. And step 4, create your Facebook ad account. Wow. So if that's not digestible, I don't blame you. There's a lot to take in there. It took me a while to understand all of these different accounts and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, your Facebook ad account is literally where you will create your ads and all the details of your ads campaign. You will set your budgets there. You will create and manage your audiences on who will be viewing the actual ads. And then this is where you'll actually create the ads with the image, your headline copy, your call to action, etc. So that's the Facebook ad account, guys. Step number 4. Step number 5.
Clear as milk.
And this is probably where, you're probably going to get lost. You're going to have a lot of challenges. I know for myself, when I was first learning how to do this, very challenging. So step number 5, connect your business page to your business manager account.
So it's step 2 and step 3 connected, hey? Because in step 2 we created the business page, and then in step 3 we created the business manager account. So now we're connecting those two. Okay,
You got it.
That's fair enough. Simple enough.
So now your business manager account knows that you have a certain business page. So you're connecting the two, and this way you can manage everything from the business manager account. Hope that makes sense.
All right.
Connecting your business page to your business manager account, that's step number 5. Moving on, and we're going to show you some screenshots for anybody watching the video. You can see the screenshots right in front of you right now.
For anybody who doesn't have the video, sucks to be you.
You can inquire or,
Yeah.
contact us anytime. If
Yeah,
you have any
yeah.
questions, you have some challenges throughout this process, we'd love to help you through that. So feel free to reach out to Falk or myself directly anytime. No problem.
We have a color printer here. We'll print out those screenshots and send you a letter.
That's
No,
it.
That's why we're a digital agency, right?
Step number 6, create a campaign inside your Facebook ad manager. So if you are confused before step 6, oh boy, you're really going to get lost now, because this is where it does get a little bit complex.
Jeff is going to get some funky pictures of my face here, making big eyes, being like, Okay, so now we got to create a campaign inside your ad manager.
So we're looking at a screenshot now. What does it look like to create a campaign inside your ad manager? So it's
Kinda
as simple
Chinese.
as a one-button click, create campaign. But after that, we have so many things to consider and select. So the first thing will be obviously your campaign name. You're going to choose a buying type, and it's usually auction by default. Next, this is where it gets tricky. So your campaign objective. They break down your campaign objective into 3 major sections: awareness, conversions, and considerations. Those are the 3 main sections. Under each of them, we have subsections. So under awareness, we have brand awareness and reach. Under considerations, we have traffic. That's probably the most popular option. Then we have app installs, video views. So lead generation, post engagement, page likes, event responses, and messages. Those are all subcategories of the consideration category. Lastly, conversions. We have conversions, catalog sales, and store traffic. So what they're trying to do with the store traffic is literally combine the analytics to include anybody that finds out about any store and actually it ends up going into that store, like physically walking in there. They want to be able to tie that type of a conversion in there now. So it's, the evolution of this Facebook advertising is crazy.
Yeah, because this has got to be like with the location of the phone, right? The way they're doing this, right? They're looking up, oh, did this person see the business on their phone? And then they're checking in the background if you actually go there physically. Wow.
Yep. And, if you are using Facebook on your mobile device, you've already accepted their terms and conditions. Yeah, they can track you. Everywhere you go, they can listen to you. Their mics are always on.
Yeah. The mics are always on, actually. There's some good tests and good videos online how, and I think I've done this at home as well. If you talk with your spouse and you drop a certain word like dog food, or like baby diapers, or formula or something, there's stories and videos online where people suddenly get pregnancy-related ads or dog food-related ads on their phone, and they're like, "No way! I've never typed this on my phone. I've never searched this. I only had one conversation with my spouse about this stuff."
Got it.
So yeah, they're definitely listening, Mr. Zuckerberg. Do you know that Zuckerberg means sugar mountain in German?
No way. Sugar Mountain?
Sugar Mountain, yeah. Zucker means sugar, and Berg means mountain.
Mark Sugar Mountain.
Yeah, Mark Sugar Mountain, that's it. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Okay, foot traffic. So what are some of the other conversions that we just saw there?
So for myself, my experience, the top campaign objectives would be as follows. Under awareness, brand awareness, or reach, both of them are used interchangeably. Those are the top usual campaign objectives we select. And then if not, under consideration, traffic. For me, those are the top 3. And then when we go to lead generation, obviously under consideration is lead generation specifically. And then for conversions, we actually click on conversions under conversions. So I've identified those are the top most used type campaign objectives. Again, this is going to be different for every agency and industry and digital marketer. So that's what I have used the most. But you'll find, obviously, if you're promoting an app installs would be your campaign objective. If you're trying to get video views would be another one. But then it's also interchanged with brand awareness or reach. So I find the two very similar and overlapping.
Yeah, it's a nice progression that they set up there, actually, you know, because first it's awareness, then it's consideration, then it's conversion, right? So first, with the first step, you're trying to make people aware that you even exist, and then you're trying to get into their consideration, like, maybe I'll buy from that company, and then in the end, conversion.
You got it.
It's a great setup here.
So if you're not lost yet, get ready to get lost. Moving on.
Step it up a notch.
Number 7.
Ooh, spreadsheets.
For anybody that can, excuse me, see the spreadsheet, this is basically inside the Facebook Ad Manager. So this is where we create your ad set. So this is step 2 of creating an actual ad campaign on Facebook. First, we created the campaign objective. Next, we are creating the ad set. The ad set will literally dictate to the campaign where your ads will be displayed geographically, demographically, and through other interests and behaviors, etc.
That also contains the copy and the image of the ad, right? The assets?
Not yet. No,
Not
the
yet?
ad
That's
set
come later?
does not. No.
Okay.
That would be actually the ad. So that's the ad part.
All right, yeah, that's why you're the expert.
Yeah, so the campaign part basically sets up the objective.
Yeah, very general goals, hey?
You got it. Yeah, the ad set will tell the campaign what audience this ad should be displayed to, and again, in terms of geographical. So you can literally select postal code. You can select city. You can select radius. You can put an address in there and put a 50-kilometer radius around. So
user behavior is big as well, right? Like,
you
where
got
did they
it.
go on Facebook?
Interests
Which
and
pages
behaviors,
did they like?
and this is the most powerful part of their AI or their algorithm. They're able to literally target users that have an upcoming birthday in the next 30 days, that are parents of children between 4 and 6 years old, and so on and so on. So you can really understand how powerful this targeting capability is. And if, it's probably more today, but the last I heard, they had 40,000 different data points on every user. And again, let me repeat that. 40,000 data points on every user.
Like you and me. Yeah, Facebook knows everything. They know what your political opinions are. They know what kind of not safe for work stuff you're looking on your computer at night. Had Zuckerberg knows everything.
So yeah, that's the ad set part of it. Any other questions about that, Falk? Pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Looks like Chinese to me, but pretty straightforward.
Moving on. Create your ad.
There we go.
So this is the part where we actually get the image for the ad, the copy, make sure it's connected to the right page, because now, if you're like myself, you're managing multiple pages, so we have to make sure this ad is connected to the right page. I'm not gonna lie, I've made that mistake.
I was gonna say, there's a reason why you're
know?
saying that right now.
Yeah, of course. And this is something everyone does.
Yeah.
You make an ad go live, and holy crap, it's literally being used on a different page than the one that you intended. So, yeah, this is part of creating the ad. And then this is also the opportunity if you wanted to create a video ad or a carousel ad or a single image ad. This is all done on this step. The neat thing about this is they've built in their own editors for images, for video, etc. So
that's pretty new too. They didn't always have that, right? So now you can edit the images right in Facebook?
It's pretty impressive. Yes, you can, and you can crop it properly. As you know, there's multiple placements. This is where your ad will be displayed. So your ad will be displayed in the news feed, and that's my favorite. It can be displayed in the marketplace. It can be displayed in stories. It can be displayed all these different areas, including even Instagram. So believe it or not, the Facebook Ad Manager is the platform you need to use no matter what, even if you just want to advertise on Instagram. So it's the same platform. And I guess the neat part is that you can choose to distribute your ad on Facebook or Facebook and Instagram at the same time. And the whole point of that is the in-house or the cropping capabilities that they include here are very efficient and easy to use. So you can tell, Facebook to crop your image in a square or rectangular format, and depending on how you crop it, it will be displayed well or not on all the different placements, including Instagram stories, etc. So another feature they added is you can literally upload a single image, and it will take that just one image and create a video out of it. Why? Because video engages more than static or just single images. So just small examples of the types of editors they've included when you're creating your ad on your Facebook ad account. So single images work well. Make it into a video and then split test them, see what works best.
That is exactly, that's so important, right? Split test. So that means try different versions of your ad. I think I said this on a previous podcast as well, that we had 2 different ads for one of our clients. One of them was, I think, a video ad, and the other one was a carousel ad. And the carousel ad performed better than the video ad, which was really surprising to me, right? But that's how it is. So, you never know beforehand. Always try and work with data. Put both of the ad sets up, try it out for a few days, see what happens.
You got it. And always let the data speak to you. Split test everything. And because this is the Digital Marketing Made Simple podcast, we're keeping it simple, so we're not going to get too advanced or even intermediate here. But I do want to point out the single most important element of your split testing should be, Falk, what do you think that should be? I'm going to give you two choices here. So it's going to be 50-50 at worst case. What is most important when you're creating your ad? Is it the call to action?
Yes.
Is it the image? And I'm going to put a third one there. Or is it the headline copy?
I think it's a call to action.
The call to action?
Right.
Jeffrey, what do you think?
Image, yeah.
Image?
Right. I don't know, both of those.
Jeffrey, that comes from a place of wisdom, Jeffrey.
No, he's a video editor.
Jeffrey's right. Yeah, I guess that's true. That's why he knows that. But image is the single most important element you should be split testing. Why is that, Rob? I'll tell you why, Rob. So basically,
that catches the eye, right? Yeah.
That's the most important real estate of your ad that will disrupt the attention of the user.
Right.
So it's not the copy. The first thing that literally catches their attention is the image, because what do people do on Facebook? They're scrolling through, they're looking at their sister's cousin's wedding, and looking at some pictures of hot chicks or whatever that case may be, and something needs to catch their attention to disrupt them. And this is what we try to do here with our Facebook ad image. Create or implement a disruption type image in there. Sometimes some examples of this, what I have used is a black and white image. When everything is in color and there's a black and white image, all of a sudden it stands out. Or maybe there's a black and white image with just one thing of color, like bright red in there, that makes it stand out. Or, again, think out of the box, get creative, and get disruptive. Think of an image that will disrupt your target audience's attention.
It's a great point, because all of us are just programmed by ourselves to ignore ads.
You got it.
Right? Our eyes don't go there, so we have to make sure that something happens. I remember when I think just ethically a lot of companies have now forbidden this by rules to kind of put like a flashing, like a click here kind of thing, Like you don't really see that in ads too much anymore. I remember a few years back I was on some website and my eyes would just immediately jump to this big flashing red ad, So now I think Facebook has pretty strict guidelines around what you can use for the imagery and everything, right?
So Facebook specifically has a guideline that less than 25% of the image has to be text. So you can't have more than 25% of your image in text. And they have very advanced editors that will literally review, evaluate, and either approve or disapprove your ad automatically. So 25% of the real estate of the image that you select cannot be text, or it will not get approved. And sometimes I've run into the case where less than 25% is actually text. is actually text. So I had to appeal it, and once someone manually reviews it, they're able to tell that it's less than 25%, and it gets approved. But that's the general rule of thumb that we need to stick with. Not having more than 25% of the image in text. And that really is the limitation of the, I guess, you can have things that are flashing in the image. You could have, GIFs or anything like that, but it really limits the experience of the user. So I would stay away from, the 1990s or the 1980s flashing graphical banners and so on. But there are creative ways to implement that. So get creative, get innovative, and do something that no one else is doing to disrupt the intention of your audience. That's my suggestion to you.
Yeah.
And then split test the crap out of it. Don't just make one attempt at it, right? If you get it right on your first attempt, wow, it's like you won the lotto. So this is going to take, I'm going to call it 30 attempts for you to get it right. So if you're starting at this, expect to do this 30 times before it actually starts working for you. So don't get unrealistic expectations that you're going to put your first ad campaign together and this is going to be profitable right from the start. Good freaking luck. If that's the case, call me right away. I want to hire you. But yeah. So, this is something that's going to take a lot of patience, a lot of effort, and a lot of split testing. So, yeah, I think that's a good summary of creating your ad. Let's move on, folks.
Let's do it.
All right. Step number 9, setting up the tracking, or the lovely word that you're going to become really familiar with, the pixel. What the heck is a pixel?
We got a few million of those on our screen, don't we?
You got
so what's
it.
a Facebook pixel then?
You got it. What's a Facebook pixel? Unlike the pixels on your TV screen, a Facebook pixel refers to the tracking code for your Facebook ads. So this tracking code is used to literally learn and understand how your campaign is performing. So this code is put onto the landing pages of your website where you are driving the user from your Facebook ads to, and across all other pages of your website as well, to again allow the pixel code from Facebook to understand the user journey, their behavior, what pages they're going to on your website, what call to actions they're clicking on, and also to set up the leads and actual conversions. So, let's say you have a 3-page website, just for simplification, and there's only one page that has a form that you want to drive that user to fill out, to add their name, email, phone number, and maybe you ask them a question. Are you looking for web design or social media? It's just very simplified. So what you would do is literally create or add that pixel code to all the pages, and then you create a conversion event into the pixel manager. This is the dashboard that manages your pixel, and this is where you create it. So this conversion event would be the equivalent of a user going to that form, filling it out successfully, and then arriving to a new landing page, which we'll call the thank you page. So now the lead conversion code is added to the thank you page to indicate to Facebook and the pixel that, hey, this user went to the form and successfully completed it and arrived to the thank you page. And that would result in a successful conversion or a lead in your Facebook ad manager. So this is how a lead is analyzed and converted and tracked with the Facebook pixel code. Does that make sense, folks?
Yeah, sure. So, but I can just spend my money on Facebook and not bother with a pixel and all that stuff, right? Like
absolutely, you don't need this. You don't need this.
Yeah, that's so true. So what would happen if I just spend my money on Facebook and I don't have this? I'd just be
what that
blind,
would be the
I'd be in the dark.
of? That would be the equivalent of buying a supercar and driving it at 20 kilometers an hour.
Right.
And saying, wow, that's fast. When the supercar can literally hit 300 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
You're only driving at 20 and you think that's fast.
Yeah.
Why would you buy that supercar? Does that make sense? So let me support that with facts now. So what are you missing out on? I'll tell you straight up. The Pixel will do many things. It will, using those 40,000 data points on every user, it's going to learn. It goes through a learning period. As soon as you start your campaign, it's literally in learning mode. It's learning to identify who is your best target audience, what prospects fit the criteria that you set forth. And it's always learning. So every user that clicks on your ad, visits your website, and engages, and whatever their journey is, whether they convert or not, etc., it's always learning at the beginning. And as more conversions take place, it's saying, okay, we got to find more profiles like this that are converting for this client. Mm-hmm. And this is what it continues to do. So not using the Pixel code is, you're not even using the AI of the Facebook,
right.
Algorithm, and that would be ridiculous in my opinion, because this is what makes it so powerful and amazing. So that's one benefit. Another benefit is you will not be able to retarget to your audience that is engaged with your ad. So anytime someone clicks on the call to action in your ad, or maybe they're liking your ad or making a comment or sharing it, any of that engagement, they are put into a retargeting pool. And that retargeting pool basically grows as you continue to do your ads. So there's no better way than to retarget someone that has already shown interest in your brand or your product or service. So by them engaging with it, they have shown that interest. That's the first touch point. They enter into a retargeting pool, and now we're able to continue to show them the same ad, or more strategically, you would give them a kind of middle of the funnel content. So I'll give you a great example. Let's say you are doing lead generation for a real estate agent, a salesperson, right? A realtor. So a top of funnel awareness type, first touch point type ad would be, and let's say you're targeting sellers of real estate in Toronto, Canada, for example. So the ad, the top of awareness funnel, top of funnel type ad would be something like, are you looking to sell your home in Toronto in the next 6 months? Well, download this free guide on how to increase and maximize the value of your home. These are the top 3 things you need to do to maximize the selling value of your home. You offer them a free download, you collect their email address, they engage with your ad in order to get that content, that PDF or lead magnet we call it. And I encourage you to make sure that lead magnet is valuable, because that's what they will use to judge you. If you are someone that they would think is an authority or has some something that they could, I guess, let's say, what's the right word? Use you as, what's the right word? I'm lost for words here, guys, right now. They would look at you as an authority or a potential suitor for their real estate needs in the future. Because they are obviously interested in selling their home, they downloaded that content that proves that. They're going to think of you, if the content in there is valuable and they're able to learn from it and actually apply it, they're going to call you. And there's a good chance they're going to call you to say, hey, Falk, I downloaded your lead magnet. I was able to apply that. I'm interested in selling my home. Are you able to help me out or something like that? Yeah. So the content needs to be good in the lead magnet. So I kind of went off on a tangent there, but once
it's important. Lead magnets work really well. So we were like middle of the funnel. That was the next thing.
So now they downloaded your lead magnet. They know who Falk is. He's the real estate agent in this scenario. The next type of content that we would serve to him, middle of the funnel content, because now he's that user is in our retargeting pool, we will send them a video of a client testimonial, someone that Falk has helped recently to sell their home, and Falk maybe sold their home within 30 days for over asking. So now they've made that first touch point with the lead magnet and they had a good experience. Now they've forgotten about Falk, but now we're retargeting that user with a nice video testimonial. Hey, I'm Rob. I used Falk. He sold my house in under 30 days for over asking. It was a great experience. I'd highly recommend them. Something like that. So now they're getting a middle of the funnel type content saying, wow, that's exactly what I want. And now, bottom of the funnel content is You know, Falk is going to give away a free iPad to the next 10 clients that he signs on, or just something like that. You're going to give them a reason not to refuse your offer, or something of immense value that will engage them and they will take action.
So if we don't have the Facebook pixel set up, we don't get any of that.
You got it.
Because we never can make the connection between when they first left the email address to the remarketing, right?
You got
so if we don't have the pixel, great, they download our PDF and they leave their email address, but our website, our Facebook account is none the wiser. Basically, we know that they downloaded it, but if we don't have the pixel, then they will not get the retargeting ads and we don't get any data, nothing.
And again, this is keeping it very simple, ladies and gentlemen. There's so much more that we can do with this pixel code that gets more intermediate and advanced. We'll save that for our other podcast shows. So the
Just
reasons we've already
peek.
identified are good enough. Do not buy a Lamborghini and drive at 20 kilometers an hour max.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
You want to use all of the opportunities that Facebook is giving you here and the ad manager is giving you, And it's incredible, right? With these pixels, we can map out the entire story of the buyer from when he first clicked and downloaded the PDF and left his email address, to then clicking on an ad, to then interacting further with your website, right? We get the entire story told in one beautiful picture.
Awesome.
And
I think we've covered.
We've covered this, right? So now that we've talked about the pixel so much, right? Rob, I'm sure every single company out there that you've ever gotten in touch with, they had their pixel down pat before every advertising campaign, right?
Hell no.
Hell no. Right? How many times have we had customers come in and they said, "Oh yeah, I used to do Facebook advertising," but they never even set up their pixels, or they currently have campaigns going and their pixels aren't set up or anything, right?
And
that's why it's so important.
And oftentimes pixels break. That's the term that's used when the code somehow has changed or something is not communicating accurately with your Facebook ad manager. So that the term is your pixel has broken. So we have to make sure that the pixel is always working and updated. And again, are you having challenges with this? Contact us anytime. We'd love to help you. And I hope that makes sense, guys. Any questions, just ask. So step 9 was the pixel code and goals.
Oh, there's
moving on. Step 10. Woo. Now this is, I think this still falls within the realm of keeping it simple, but it's starting to get near the edge. So step 10, measure, split test, optimize, repeat. Measure, split test, optimize, repeat. This is so important that I'm going to say it one more time. Measure, split test,
optimize, and repeat.
So without the pixel working properly, you can't do any of this. No. Why do we measure things, guys? Because we need to know if it's working. Why do we split test?
Because we're going to try if something works better.
You got it. Optimizing, right? And repeat. Once you find something that works better, start again. Continue to measure. Split test something new. Get innovative. Get creative. And if it's working better, optimize and repeat.